3 years ago today, 4-year-old Keira Kagan died, likely killed by her father in a murder-suicide. Her mother had been warning of the danger for years, but no one heeded her until it was too late. On this sad anniversary, the Chief Coroner has announced an inquest into Keira's death. It will examine the failures in a system that did not protect her.
It's been very hard for us. I'm glad that the coroner is calling an inquest. It's a matter of high public importance.
Keira and her father, Robin Brown, fell to their deaths from a cliff in a Milton conservation area. As we first told you yesterday, this report for the coroner concludes Brown exhibited at least 22 risk factors of intimate partner homicide. If there are 7, the committee considers a death to be predictable and preventable. For years, no one in the court system seemed to recognize or understand the danger.
The optics are that it's about the children, but it's not.
Keira's stepfather is a family law lawyer. He believes Keira wasn't protected from her father because the court's focus is to give parents 50-50 custody.
There needs to be a culture shift in our court system because right now it's too pro-contact at all costs.
During a 3-year custody dispute, Keira's mother, Jennifer Kagan, had repeatedly told the courts her ex-husband posed a threat due to family violence. Yet the judge ruled it was not relevant and gave Brown 50% custody. Pamela Cross, a lawyer and advocate for abused women, says Jennifer's experience is not isolated.
I can tell you that thousands of mothers are going through a family court system in which they're confronting the very same problems.
Domestic violence is painfully prevalent in family courtrooms. In a 2016 Canadian survey, family law judges reported it was an issue in 25% of their cases. How it can be incorrectly labeled is also a concern. The report for the coroner finds the case seemed to be designated as a parental conflict instead of domestic violence. As a result, the severity of risk was not identified until just days before Keira died.
You have this culture where these cases are coded as conflict, despite a high percentage of them actually being domestic violence cases. You have lawyers relying on tropes such as, 2 combatants in a war. Add on to that the fact that oftentimes women are not believed when they come forward.
A 2020 U.S. study finds the courts frequently react to mothers' claims of paternal abuse with hostility and criticism because the court did not believe them. Keira's mother ended the marriage after 2.5 years. She testified Brown was not only physically abusive, but that he was also a pathological liar, a fraud, and displayed severe coercive control. Cross says the courts don't fully understand what that is.
It's not like somebody showing up in the emerge with a broken arm or a black eye. It's emotional abuse, psychological, gaslighting, social isolation. It's a pattern of behavior over time that really gives all the power to the abusive partner. Until lawyers and judges and everybody else involved in the family court system have proper education to understand, in particular, coercive control, they're not going to be able to apply those parts of the law as well as they should.
Approximately 30 children are killed in Canada by a parent every year. 60% of the cases are committed by fathers, 40% by mothers. In most cases, the warning signs were there.
It's absolutely horrific. All the milestones that your child is not there for, all the new seasons and new beginnings that your child is not starting.
The inquest into Keira's death may not begin until 2025, roughly 5 years after she died. Ultimately, the jury will determine the official cause of death. Tomorrow, we continue our investigation, how Keira's voice was lost because no one in the system was listening to her.